achieve that vision without you buying that vision, coming on board with that vision. I further urge you individually and collectively within your various business member organizations to be united and well coordinated so that we take full advantage of the opportunities that government is availing through its engagement and re-engagement initiatives. I need to explain engagement and re-engagement opportunities. Engagement means we are engaging new partners worldwide. Re-engagement means we are re-engaging those we engaged before, we are disengaged. Equally, I challenge the private sector to be the drivers in our quest to have strong provincial economies with clear and quantifiable GDPs. We are working or crafting a template for all the 10 provinces so that we should have competition between the 10 provinces of this country in terms of economic growth and the size of GDP. There is not a single province in this country which has peculiar advantages endowed in that particular province. And we need the leaders in those provinces to make sure they utilize the resources found in their province by competing with other provinces. We shall also, this is now for provincial ministers, the security of provincial ministers will depend on the growth of GDP. In addition, I urge you to develop your business growth strategies cognizant of the general trends in SADC, COMESA, the AU, and other platforms such as FOCAC. Distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, as we deliberate at this bi-local summit, I urge us all to interrogate how we can transform local resource endowments to quality Zimbabwean goods and services for local consumption and export. Let us expedite the finalization and implementation of our local content policy to promote the utilization of locally available resources in our manufacturing processes. In addition, let us adopt import substitution strategies complemented by investments into value addition and beneficiation technology to tame the current trade imbalance which we are experiencing in our economy. This is possible with a vibrant local private sector which is conscious of consumer needs, expectations, and choices. Yes, I have the Ministry of Industry and Commerce, Dr. Bima, who introduced that statutory instrument 64, I think, which has helped to some extent to rejuvenate industries in the country. But we are not an island. We live in a region. We live with other trading regions on the continent as well as beyond our continent. It is necessary that we open our economy. But to protect our own industries, we must make sure we promote the concept of local content in the products which we produce in this country, qualitatively as well as quantitatively. This should be catapulted by proper management structures, systems, and work ethics, which ensure business continuity and fosters the legal persona of entities. Furthermore, our products should compete with those from the region in terms of pricing, supply, and quality. Yesterday, again, I was with Dr. Lima, who introduced me. I think now even if he's asleep, he can introduce me. He has done so everywhere, even outside the continent. Yesterday, we opened a plant, PEPS, PEPS plant. I'm sure some captains of industry from that industry, the beverage industry, are here. As a result of the introduction of PEPS plant into the economy, prices have begun going down. So I ask myself, I'm not an economist, I'm not a business person, I'm a farmer. What was happening before? Some prices have gone down by 50%. So what was happening before the introduction of this plant? Furthermore, our products should compete. So that I therefore exhort those responsible for quality certification to ensure that locally produced goods meet international standards. In the same vein, I encourage businesses to also take into account our commitments and obligations within the SADC and commercial trade protocols, as well as the Africa Continental Free Trade Area. These treaties seek, among other things, to liberalize trade and free movement of natural persons. We should therefore exploit ready markets presented to us by these regions. As a result of the Africa Continental Free Trade Area, we are now being exposed to a market of 1.2 billion people. It's a huge market. And the ones who succeed in this market, the smart ones, will produce quality goods, competitive in terms of prices. Then you're home and dry. But if you continue to produce shaka, then you won't enjoy this market. We should therefore exploit ready markets presented to us by this region. Equally, the proposed national trade policy should incorporate viable import management strategies. Meanwhile, industrialists should come up with viable strategies that encourage domestic consumption, fair competition, and adoption of competitive pricing. It is imperative to educate our citizens on the benefits of buying locally produced goods, as doing so impacts on the development of vibrant and sustainable industries and employment creation, job creation. I therefore urge the responsible organizations to engage consumers in this regard. Also, we are moving, I know all of you are complaining about cash. We are moving away from cash. But still vote for me, it's a process. Developed countries, developed economies are now cashless economies. So we cannot go where they've come from. We must go where they've gone, because that is where the world is going. My administration remains committed to the enactment and implementation of local content policy, enhancement of value chains, as well as encouraging research that is linked to industrialization. The proposed National Industrial Development Policy 2018 to 2023 should incorporate strategies that will precipitate technological advancement and modernization of industry and the growth of SMEs, as well as address the supply side dynamics of our country. We have just introduced research economic hubs in 6 universities in our country, directly linked to industry and commerce, to promote technology in industry and commerce. So the challenges which you face as captains of industries approach our universities. I think there are 6 of them so far we are funding. Last university, MSU here, the University of Zimbabwe, HIT, is it called? Ara Institute of Technology, and Chinoi one. What's it called?
Chinoi University of Technology.
Yeah, Chinoi University of Technology. And there's a 61. We've created hubs there for research and innovation. Our industrial sector should welcome new players. Perfect competition is a virtue that produces the best possible outcomes for consumers and society at large. A market economy improves consumer choice and is one of the finest strategies to ensure supply and demand forces are active. I therefore exhort the relevant institutions to execute their statutory mandate of encouraging and promoting fair competition in all sectors of the economy. Zimbabwe, indeed, is open for business. In this regard, I challenge local businesses to have a positive disposition towards the diversification of shareholding structures and equity in order to inject fresh capital and stimulate business expansion and growth. Vazhinji vachinofunga kuti ndoda kuita business changu nenzimai nevana nevazukuru. Better to have 5% of elephant than 86% of a rat. As we grow our businesses, let us shun corruption, bribery, dishonesty, and pilfering tendencies, as these have negative effects on business profitability and sustainability. I'm happy that Dr. Masuku said at this summit, in fact I asked you why you are calling it a summit, because the summit is about president. Then he said, no, it's a summit because industrialists are there, employers are there, employees are there, consumers are there, and government is there. Actually, because of government is there. And that so I'm happy that the consumers and the employees are present here, because the question of dishonesty, the question of corruption, the question of bribery, the question of proliferating tendencies affects them. It is necessary that we develop a culture of honesty. Our economy should be built on honesty, diligence, hard work, with accompanying business intelligence and prudence. My government further encourages strong linkages between large firms and SMEs. It is with this desire in mind that the next nomenclature of the Ministry of Industry, Commerce and Enterprise Development was constituted. SMEs must thus aspire to one day become big businesses, employing more people and increasing their contribution to the economy. Ladies and gentlemen, my government is determined to ensure that merit, excellence, and talent are rewarded. To this end, I commend and congratulate Buy Zimbabwe for consistently identifying, recognizing, and rewarding those companies which do well in promoting local content through value addition and beneficiation of locally available resources, as well as wholesalers and retailers who have continuously supported local industries. I am informed that today we unveil the top 100 local brands in the manufacturing, financial services sector, mining, ICTs, tourism, health, energy, retail, and wholesale and energy sectors. To the winning companies and brands, I say congratulations. Amhlope Makorokoto. Keep up the good work. In conclusion, I want to encourage the Buy Zimbabwe team to continue engaging government and other relevant stakeholders in our quest to turn around the economic fortunes of our great nation. Be assured that my door remains open for business. When I say my door is open, come and chat for business. We chat outside offices. I look forward to receive this year's Buy Local Summit resolutions, which I'm sure will be useful to us in government as we formulate responsive and appropriate policies to revitalize, rebuild, and grow our economy. With these few remarks, it is now my singular honor and privilege to declare the Buy Local Summit officially open. God bless you all. God bless Zimbabwe. I thank you.
For these and other stories, visit our website www.263chat.com. Follow us on Twitter @263chat and like our Facebook page 263chat.